How's it going, YouTube? It's Elliot here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Elliot Reads video, guys. Today I am going to be doing my December TBR. I have 7 books that I want to read in the month of December. It was 6 originally, but then when I was putting my latest book that I'm reading into Goodreads, in the similar interested ones for Christmas, there was another one that looked really good and it had really good ratings, so I added that to my TBR as well. So we're going to get into it and I'm going to tell you about the 7 books that I want to read for the month of December. So let's get into it. Okay guys, the first book that I'm going to read for the month of December is Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. This is about Stella, who is a convict who's just got out of prison after serving 4 years, and she's walking down Manhattan Street and all the window displays are out for Christmas, and she stops in front of one at Vivan, which is a department store. And it's like got like penguins like working in a factory to get the presents ready for Christmas. And she stands there and she thinks it's absolutely disgusting and she doesn't like the look of it because it just screams consumerism. So she's like, don't really like it. And then the owner, Aiden, of the department store, he comes out and asks her opinion on the window. She tells him that's too much consumerism. She tells him that it should be more about the surprised look on people's faces when they get that gift that they really want from family and friends. To just catch the whole essence of a heartwarming family Christmas sort of thing for the windows. So he asks her to apply to the window shopping job that they have. But obviously he doesn't know that she's a convict until his assistant is going through the applicants for the job interview. And he says he's put the rejects in a folder, like a separate folder of the ones that he's chosen to go here for the interviews. Aiden's like, I want to check if Stella has applied. And that's when he finds out she's a convict. He thinks everyone deserves a second chance. So he wants to interview her because he wants to see her again because he thinks she's gorgeous and he wants to see her again because he's fallen for her. Like love at first sight sort of thing. I think she gets the job eventually. Whatever she was in jail for kind of comes back to haunt her while she's in this job. But she's got to try and remember that she went in the first place and try and stop herself from getting back into that bad place. So yeah, I'll read the back so you get an idea of what it's about. 2 weeks before Christmas and all through Manhattan, shop windows decorated in red and green satin. I'm standing alone in front of a famous Vivant department store when a charming man named Aiden asks my opinion on the decor. It's a tragedy in tinsel, I say, unable to lie. He asked for a better idea with a twinkle in his eye. Did I know he owned the place? No, he put me on the spot. Now I am working for that man, trying to know that he's hot. But as a down on her luck girl with a difficult past, I know opportunity when I see one and I have to make it last. I'll put my heart and soul into dressing his holiday windows. I'll work without stopping, and when we lose the battle with temptation, I'll try and remember I'm just window shopping. So yeah, sounds very interesting. On Goodreads it's got a 5.5 star, so hopefully it'll be a good one. But that is the first book I'm going to read for the month of December. Okay guys, the second book I'm going to read for the month of December is Let It Snow by Beth Moran. This is about B, who has just come out of a long-term relationship and she's kind of trying to avoid a family because they're going to be like, oh, I told you so, he wasn't good enough for you, blah blah blah. And with Christmas fast approaching, she goes back home to she's having to go back home to my mum and dad's for Christmas even though she doesn't want to. And they've invited this guy called Henry to the Christmas party that they're having, who a family have always wanted her to marry. Relief comes for her, and it comes in the nick of time because a dream job interview comes up for her last minute. So she obviously takes it. She's like, yep, I need to go for this interview. I don't want to go home to my parents because they're just gonna badger me with the relationship that failed. So Henry, the guy who our parents invited to the party, offers to drive her there, and she stays there for a 2-day interview, and they put her in a log cabin. She starts to like get to know Henry while they're there, and like obviously she finds out he's a really nice guy and starts like obviously falling for Henry, but then a first love shows up and a recent ex shows up. So B kind of has a difficult decision to make which one she wants to go with. This is the one I added because it had a 4.5 star rating on Goodreads. So hopefully I'm going to enjoy this one as well. Because obviously all these books are going to be like romance. But I'll read the back so you get an idea of what it's about. After the end of a long-term relationship, local weather girl B Armstrong has been avoiding her family and their inevitable I told you so. But with Christmas fast approaching, she is finally on her way home to Chara's house. Schooling shared for us that her mum and dad run in their old family home. And to top it all off, the insufferable Henry Fairfax, who her parents have always wanted her to marry, has also been invited. Relief comes in the shape of last-minute interview for her dream job. There are just a few minor problems. The interview is in Scotland, B has no car, and the snow is falling already. The only solution is for Henry to drive her. Could this Christmas get any worse? But during an unforgettable 2D interview, a stay in a log cabin and a nightmare journey through the snow, Henry turns out to be nothing like she thought. And when B's first love and recent ex show up, B has a difficult choice to make. Ooh, so I think that sounds really interesting. It sounds really good. I'm looking forward to reading this one. So yeah, hopefully adding it to the TBR was a good idea. And we'll see what I think of it at the end of December. So yeah, that's the second book I'm reading for the month of December. Okay guys, the third book that I'm going to read for the month of December is Merrily Ever After by Cathy Bramley. So if you remember, I read the first one in this series to last Christmas, which was the Merry Christmas Project. So this is obviously about Merry and Cole, who she met in the first book, and they have moved in together and are in a relationship. She's struggling on the lead up to Christmas to juggle a business, last minute wedding plans because her and Cole are getting married, and having Cole's 2 children in her life now. She's having to juggle that, and she's kind of at breaking point at this point in the story. But what she doesn't know is she has a sister somewhere in the world, and her name is Emily, and she's only a few miles away from Merry, and she is looking after her father who has dementia. And unfortunately his dementia is getting worse, so she puts him in a residential home. And then she finds a photograph in his belongings, which could change everything. So I'm guessing it's a photo of Merry and her as children or something, or Merry and her dad, or something else. Her dad, Ray, as his secrets come to light, it could make or break Emily and Merry, whether they get on as sisters or if they don't, or whatever relation they are. I'm guessing it'll be sisters, so if they can get on like sisters and be there for each other through everything, or choose to still not acknowledge each other. But yeah, that is the third book I'm going to read for the month of December, and I'm going to go through the back so you get an idea what it's about. In a picturesque town in Derby, Mary has always wanted a family to spend Christmas with, and this year her dreams come true as she says I do to father of 2 Cole. But as she juggles worries about her business, last-minute wedding planning, and the 2 new children in life, Merry is stretching to breaking point. Meanwhile, only a few miles away, Emily is desperately waiting for the new year to begin. Her father Ray's dementia is worsening and she's struggling to care for him alone while holding down a job. When Ray moves into a residential home, she discovers a photograph in his belongings that has the potential to change everything. As shocking secrets from Ray's past finally come to light, will this Christmas make or break Emily and Merry? So yeah, it sounds really, really good. I really enjoyed the first book. I think I gave that one either 5 or 4 stars. I can't actually remember, but I know I really enjoyed it. I always really like Cathy Bramley's books. I've read quite a few of her books, so I'm really looking forward to continuing Merry's story and seeing what actually happens between Emily and Merry, and if she can hold it together for the wedding and everything like that. So yeah, that's the third book I'm going to read for the month of December. Okay guys, the fourth book that I'm going to read for the month of December is One More Christmas at the Castle by Tisha Ashley. And this is about an elderly widow, Sabine, who lives in a castle, Mitres Castle, which is very, very cool. And she's determined to make her last Christmas there a really, really good one. So she hires Dido Jones of Heavenly House Parties to come and make a big bang of a festive party for our final Christmas in the castle. And when this Dido comes to the castle, she instantly falls in love with this castle. She's enchanted by it. And as Christmas Day is starting to approach, she starts to feel like a connection. I feel like a really deep connection with this place, but I don't know why. And then as it starts to get closer to Christmas, Sabine's family show up, and also Dido's teenage crush shows up. And tensions rise about what's actually going to happen with the castle, and long-term mysteries start to unravel. Sounds very interesting. I'm really interested in this book. This one has a 4.5 stars, again from Goodreads. So I'm hoping this is going to be another good read. But yeah, I'll read the back so you get an idea of what it's about. Elderly widow Sabine knows this will be her last Christmas in her beloved home, Mitres Castle. Determined to make it just like the other she remembers from her childhood, she employs Dido Jones of Heavenly House Boys to help with the big day. Dido's enchanted by the castle as soon as she steps through the imposing front door, and as Christmas Day approaches, her feelings of connection to the old house runs deeper than she first thought. But when the snow begins to fall and Sabine's family arrive at the house, including Dido's teenage crush, tensions rise around the castle's future and long-buried mysteries begin to unravel. As secrets come to light, can this still be a magical Christmas to remember? Ooh, I'm really interested in this one. This one's really, really good. I'm really interested in this one. Sounds awesome, and I can't wait to read it. So that is the 4th book that I'm going to read for the month of December. Okay guys, the 5th book that I'm going to read for the month of December is Christmas Shopahlic by Sophie Kinsella. This is about Becky, who really adores Christmas, and she normally spends Christmas at her mum and dad's house because they host. Becky's parents moving during Christmas. They've asked her if she will host this year for Christmas, and she's like, sure, yeah, what could possibly go wrong? But as she starts to plan everything, and her family are very demanding, so her sister demands a vegan turkey. Her husband, Luke, just wants one present, which is like aftershave, so he's making it difficult for her to know what to get him for Christmas. And not only does she have to deal with all that, but she also has to deal with the appearance of an old boyfriend and his plushy girlfriend, whose motives are really clear from the beginning when she steps through the door. As the chaos is happening, it's whether Becky can make it a good Christmas or if it's just gonna all end in disaster. So I'll read the back so you get an idea of what it's actually about. Becky Brandon adores Christmas. It's always the same, mum and dad hosting, carols playing, mum pretending she made the Christmas pudding, and next door neighbours coming round for sherry in their terrible festive jumpers. And now it's even easier with online bargain shopping sites. If you spend enough, you even get free delivery. Sorted. But this year looks set to be different. Unable to resist the draw of craft beer and smashed avocado, Becky's parents are moving to ultra-trendy Shoreditch. And I've asked Becky if she'll host Christmas this year. What could possibly go wrong? With sister Jess demanding a vegan turkey, husband Luke determined that he just wants aftershave again, and little Minnie insisting on a very specific picnic hamper, surely Becky can manage all this as well as the surprise appearance of an old boyfriend and his pushy new girlfriend, whose motives are very clear. Will chaos ensue, or will Becky manage to bring comfort and joy for Christmas? Sounds really good. I'm really interested in this one as well. All these books sound really, really good that I've picked out for Christmas. I just really like the sound of them all, so that's why I've picked them. Unfortunately, it's only got a 3.5 stars. Nearly 4. That's the 5th book that I'm going to be reading for the month of December. Okay guys, the 6th book that I'm going to read for the month of December is Just Like Magic by Sarah Hogle. This is about Betty, who used to be rich and glamorous until her parents pretty much bankrupted her, and now she's broke and squatting in Colorado. And with Christmas approaching, she gets drunk because she's got nothing else to do. So she plays All Around for Christmas Is You, but backwards. And this conjures up a guy called Hal, but he's a Christmas spirit. So once the shock wears off that Betty's actually conjured the spirit man. So in order for Hal to stick around, she has to conjure up the goodwill against all men. It's whether she's going to be selfish or if she is going to actually work towards being a better person so she can have this nice life with Hal. I guess if she can overcome this, and he'll become like a real man, just like Pinocchio sort of thing, so he becomes a real boy sort of thing. So that might be it, I don't know, but that's what it seems to be leaning towards. But anyways, I'll read the back so you get an idea of what it's about. Betty Hughes once knew the comfort of luxury, flaunting a ridiculous collection of designer shoes and a stealthy addiction to CBD oils. That is, until her parents snipped her purse strings. Long obsessed with her public image, Betty boasts an extravagant lifestyle on social media. But the reality is, Betty is broke and squatting in Colorado, and her family has no idea. Christmas, with its pressure to meet familiar expectations, is looming when a drunk Betty plays a vinyl record of All I Want for Christmas Is You backwards and accidentally conjures Hal, an unexpectedly charming Hal spirit in the form of a man. Once the shock wears off, Betty knows she's stumbled upon the greatest gift, a chance to make all her holiday wishes come true, plus a ready-made fiancé. But as the wells of magic lose their charm, Betty finds herself set off kilter by Hal's sweet gestures suddenly. Betty is finding her heart merry and light, but the happier she gets, the shorter Hal's time on Earth grows. Can Betty channel the Christmas spirit and learn to live with goodwill towards all men, while her selfish ways come back as soon as the holidays are over. Ooh, sounds really good. I'm really looking forward to reading this one. That sounds awesome. So that is the 6th book that I'm reading for the month of December. Okay guys, the final book and the 7th book that I'm going to read for the month of December is Christmas at the Cat Cafe by Jessica Redland. And I'm so excited for this one because I love cats, and just the idea of a Christmas cat cafe is so nice, and I just really am looking forward to this book. So I left it till last. I'll leave the best till last because I'm really excited to read this one. Because as you know, I love cats. Look, cats everywhere. I've got 3 cats of my own, so I love cats. This is about Tabby, who inherits a building from her nana, and she decides to turn it into a cat cafe and open it with her boyfriend, then Leon. But Leon is a twat and he ditches her, so she has to open the cafe on her own leading up to Christmas, as well as dealing with some health issues. So it's her in the minds of, is this going to be a success? This cafe, is it going to bring me success, or is it going to be just a catastrophe and a really big mistake? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I'm so excited. This one's got 4.5 stars, so I'm very excited to read this one because it sounds like it's going to be a good one, and I love cats, so I'm happy. But anyways, I'll read the back so you get an idea of what it's about. It has always been Tabby's dream to work with cats. An inheritance from her beloved nana has finally made that a reality. Idyllic Castle Street in Whitesborough Bay couldn't be a better place for pastry chef Tabby to open a cat cafe with her boyfriend Leon. But when Leon leaves her in the lurch, the pressure mounts for Tabby. With Christmas fast approaching, she has to open the cafe on her own. A daunting prospect, especially when she's been hiding her health issues from the one she loves. Faced with local resistance to the cafe and somebody seemingly determined that she won't succeed, Tabby will need her friends, family and cats more than ever to recover her broken Christmas spirit and pull together for a Christmas miracle. Will the cat cafe bring the festive joy to Castle Street as Tabby had hoped, or will it be a catastrophe? And can the magic of Christmas on Castle Street mend Tabby's broken heart as well as her business? So yeah, hopefully she has a successful business and the cat cafe does well. But yeah, that is the 7 books that I'm going to read for the month of December. And at the end of December, I'll give you my reviews and thoughts on them and a little bit more about them. And once I've read them and know what they're about. So yeah, that is the 7 books I'm going to read for the month of December. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hearing what I'm going to read. But yeah, I'm going to end this one here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel, like it so, and I'll catch you guys next live stream or video. Peace out guys, have a good day and night, or wherever in the world you are.